Stay tuned for comments after the video.
Hey everybody, welcome to Turner Classic Movies. I'm Ben Mankiewicz, and our month-long festival of family-friendly films continues now with a comedy from Disney, released to theaters back in 1975, The Strongest Man in the World. This was actually the third and final film in Disney's unofficial Medfield College trilogy. The trilogy began 5 years earlier with The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, a film we just aired previously on TCM. That was the film that introduced Kurt Russell as a happy-go-lucky college kid, Joe Flynn as the ever-exasperated Dean Higgins, and the rest of the wacky gang at the financially strapped Medfield College. In this outing, the chemistry students accidentally create a formula that gives people superhuman strength, at least temporarily. Kurt Russell was 24 years old at this time. He'd been acting since he was about 6. But a few years earlier, Russell had stepped away from acting to give his real dream a shot, playing professional baseball. In the early 1970s, Russell played some minor league ball for the AA affiliate of the California Angels, and he was pretty good until he tore the rotator cuff of his throwing arm, and that's when Russell decided his real future was in acting, and the guys at Disney were more than happy to welcome him back. Kurt Russell, of course, is still acting today, but here he is back in 1975, playing the strongest man in the world.
I'll hold your books.
Dexter, how'd you do that?
Dexter? Hey, Dexter, you're going the wrong way.
No, I'm not. Come on!
Kurt Russell's acting career was just starting to kick into high gear when he made The Strongest Man in the World. But this film marked the final big screen appearance for the man who played Dean Higgins, actor Joe Flynn. Joe Flynn had been a fixture on television during much of the 1960s, thanks especially to his role as the hapless commanding officer in the TV sitcom McHale's Navy. By the 1970s, Flynn was finding a lot of work in Disney films like this one, playing essentially the same character, or at least the same type of character, in just about all of them. But between the time Flynn finished shooting The Strongest Man in the World and the time it opened in theaters, he died of a heart attack, and he was only 49 years old. Coming up next, we've got another tale of a wacky invention on a college campus in a film released 14 years before this one, as today's Disney Marathon continues here on Turner Classic Movies.
Today on Turner Classic Movies, our lineup may be mousy, but it's got muscle. Next with The Absent-Minded Professor. Then Fred McMurray heads back to the laboratory for Son of Flubber. And learn about your favorite family classics in the age of believing the Disney live-action classics. TCM.com slips you a Mickey today.
In this video, we watched Turner Classic Movies intro for Disney's The Strongest Man in the World, as it was presented on the channel in 2008. This was one of the Disney films TCM showed during a month-long series of movies called The Family Classics, which featured older live-action Disney films. The Strongest Man in the World is a 1975 live-action science fiction comedy from Walt Disney Productions. It stars Kurt Russell, Phil Silvers, Eve Arden, Cesar Romero, Joe Flynn, Richard Bakalyan, Michael McGreevey, and Dick Van Patten. It was the third and final film in the Dexter Riley series, alongside The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes and Now You See Him, Now You Don't. In the film, Medfield College science major Dexter Riley, with his friend Skylar and other students, are working on creating a strength formula. A lab accident involving Dexter's experiment leads to the creation of the formula, but part of the formula ends up in Skylar's experiment, a vitamin cereal. Throughout most of the movie, everyone thinks the cereal is the strength formula, when actually it's the liquid produced by Dexter's experiment. The next morning, Dexter eats some of Skylar's cereal and is transformed, possessing a superhuman strength that can bend lampposts, destroy doors, and lift heavy objects. The powerful formula comes to the attention of the college dean and two rival cereal companies, touching off a comedic series of events. A lot of people, including me, like this film, but it is ridiculous and the least believable of the three Dexter Riley films. That being said, I think it's also the most fun of the films. At one point, Dexter puts the strength formula in the gas tank of a Model T car so he can get back to the weightlifting competition that serves as the final act of the film. The idea that a human strength formula could make a car go faster is absolutely ridiculous, but the way Disney executed it in this movie is among my top all-time favorite scenes in any Disney film. When the police stop Dexter in an old Model T for speeding, he has to use his superhuman strength to stop the car with his feet. As he's holding back the car, the back tires continue to turn, screeching and smoking. It's a really cool scene. Absolutely ridiculous, but really cool. On Metacritic, this film has a score of 63% based on reviews from 4 critics, which indicates generally favorable reviews. It doesn't show up on Rotten Tomatoes. Personally, I would give it an 8 out of 10 because I feel the film is easy to watch, has likable characters, and a fun story with good special effects. The Strongest Man in the World was not a box office success. While it wasn't Disney's lowest grossing film of 1975, it was at the bottom. The Strongest Man in the World delivered a box office of just under $7 million. The Apple Dumpling Gang, which was released the same year, brought in close to $37 million at the box office, and Escape to Witch Mountain, also released in 1975, brought in $20 million. This movie may not have made a bunch of money, and it didn't win a bunch of awards, but I like it. I first saw it on The Wonderful World of Disney in the 1970s, so that might factor into my feelings toward the film. Either way, I would recommend it. This video also included an introduction and wrap-up from TCM host Ben Mankiewicz, who talked about Kurt Russell's history with the Disney studio and how this was one of the last film credits for actor Joe Flynn, who died of a heart attack before this film was released. Well, those are my comments for this video. If you like these retro videos, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and leave a comment. All these things really help the channel. Keep watching for more retro videos like this and other videos. Take care of yourself and look out for others. Talk to you later. Bye.